Good morning, grade 8 students, and welcome to the first part of today's lesson. The title of our lesson, as you see, is going to be 3C Reading, Hacking the Teenage Brain, Part 1. So kindly get well prepared and follow me carefully. As for today's lesson objectives, we're going to cover two main objectives. So, by the end of this lesson, students will be able to summarize the main idea of an article after skimming the text thoroughly, respond to various comprehension questions based on the text correctly. Well, to start our lesson, I would like to draw your attention to the following pictures. What do you think they represent? Excellent. They represent human brain and its different parts. Now, discuss the following questions. 1. What is human brain? 2. Which part of the brain is responsible for memory and learning? Here are some possible suggested answers. As for question 1, what is human brain? The answer is, simply it is the organ inside the head that controls movement, thought, memory, and feelings. As for question 2, which part of the brain is responsible for memory and learning? The answer is, it is the large outer part of the brain, which is divided into two halves and that controls reading, thinking, learning, speech, emotions, and planned muscle movements, like walking. It also controls vision, hearing, and other senses. Open your student book page 38, 3C1 Read. Then, discuss the following. In your opinion, when is the best time to learn new skills? Is it during childhood, during your teenage years, or during adulthood, and why? Well, here is a suggested answer. I think that you learn new things all the time. The way you learn may be different. I think children and teenagers learn faster than adults. Now, read the article title. What do you understand about the word hacking? Well, hacking means getting into someone else's personal files on their computers, laptops, etc. without their permission, usually to do something illegal. However, the word hacking is used in this article to show how teenage brain works by getting inside it. Now, open your student book page 38 exercise B and read the text below quickly, skimming. Then decide which sentence best summarizes the main idea of the text. Choose A, B, or C. Is it A, how teenagers learn new information? Or B, how teenagers' brains affect their decisions? Or C, how teenagers' brains work and how this affects them? Take your time, read to find the main idea, then listen to the audio to check your answers. Now, listen to the audio, then check your answers.
3C. 1. Read.
Hacking the teenage brain. Scientists have spent years researching the brain. But for many of us, the teenage brain is still a mystery. To understand what makes a teenage brain special, we have to look at how people learn. The brain is made up of a network of connections. When people learn something, a new connection is made, and the new information is sent to a different part of the brain, where it becomes a memory. Every time we use the new connection, the information is sent faster and more easily. But if the connection is not used enough, it will grow weak and will soon stop existing. This is why when you've taken the same route for years, it's not necessary to pay a lot of attention to where you're going. However, when you're walking a route you've taken only once before, you might have trouble remembering the way. So, what makes a teenager's brain different from an adult's? A lot of activity takes place between the ages of 13 and 18, during which time the brain can build new connections at a faster rate than it ever will again. People can learn new skills more effectively during this period than at any other time of their lives. So it's important that teenagers continue to have new experiences and try new activities. However, teenagers must keep in mind that their brains haven't actually finished growing yet. Some areas, like the front part, which helps people decide if something is a good idea or not, develop slowly. This means that the teenage brain isn't very good at recognizing danger. What's more, the fun-loving part of the brain is one of the areas that develops the fastest, and it works at full strength during the teenage years. That's why teenagers enjoy doing exciting things. Their need to have fun is stronger than the voice in their head that says, "No, it's too dangerous." Risky activities can help teenagers discover new experiences, but they need to help the weaker parts of their brain by staying calm and thinking carefully before they act.
Now check your answers. Which sentence best summarizes the main idea? Is it A, how teenagers learn new things? Or B, how teenagers' brains affect their decisions? Or C, how teenagers' brains work and how this affects them? Excellent. The best answer is C, how teenagers' brains work and how this affects them. Now, let's learn the meanings of some new words in the text. So let's start with the word mystery. What does it mean? Well, it means something that is difficult to understand or to explain. Then we have the word connections. What does it mean also? It means links or points connected to each other. Then we have the word memory. What does it mean? Well, it means something you remember. Then we have the phrasal verb takes place. When something takes place, it means it happens especially after previously being arranged or planned for. Then we have the expression keep in mind. It means to remember or consider that. Then we have the noun danger. It means the possibility of something bad or unpleasant happening. Also, you have the adjective risky. It means involving the possibility of something bad happening. Then we have the verb discover. It means to be the first person to become aware that a particular place or thing exists. Now we have vocabulary assessment. Use these words to complete the sentences below. Then check your answers with your teacher. Now check your answers with your teacher. 1. It's risky to swim here alone. 2. He had a great memory for names. 3. Firefighters face danger every day. 4. The brain is made up of a network of connections. 5. What is the name of the person who discovered America? 6. They tried to solve the mystery of the boy's sudden death. Now, scan the article and answer the following questions. Kindly read these questions carefully, one by one, and try your level best to answer them. Once you're done, you can check your answers with your teacher. Now check your answers. 1. What is the brain made up of? Well, it is made up of a network of connections. 2. What happens when you learn something new? Well, when we learn something new, a new connection is made, and the new information is sent to a different part of the brain. 3. What happens to the piece of information when the new connection is made? Well, it becomes a memory. 4. At what age can the brain build new connections at faster rate than ever again? Between the age of 15 and 18. 5. Which part of your brain hasn't developed yet when you are a teenager? The front part. Now, move to exercise C on page 39, student book. Scan the article again, read the following questions and their options carefully, then choose the best answer. Once you are done, you can check your answers with your teacher. Now check your answers. 1. When will a connection in the brain disappear? A. When it is not used. B. When a new connection is made. C. When it is not sent to the correct part of the brain. Excellent. When it is not used. 2. At what age can the brain build new connections at a faster rate than ever again? A. At childhood. B. At adulthood. C. At teenage years. Excellent. At teenage years. C. 3. Which part of your brain hasn't developed yet when you are a teenager? A. The front part. B. The back part. C. The middle part. Excellent. The front part. 4. What does the front part of the brain help you do? A. Enjoy yourself. B. Recognize danger. C. Learn new information. Excellent. Recognize danger. Now, scan the article for the last time, then decide if the following statements are true or false. Write T in front of true statements or F in front of false statements. Then check your answers with your teacher. Now check your answers. 1. When people learn something, a new brain connection is made. True. 2. The brain is made up of a network of lines. False. Why? Because it is made up of a network of connections. 3. People can learn new skills more effectively during the period between the ages of 20 and 40 than any other period in their lives. False. Why? Because they can learn more effectively during the period between the ages of 13 and 18. 4. The area of the brain which hasn't developed yet when you are a teenager is the front part. True. Now, let's do exercise D, student book, page 39. What does the writer mean when he says, their need to have fun is stronger than the voice in their head that says, no, it is too dangerous? Well, he means that teenagers care more about having fun than being safe. This is because, as he says, the fun-loving part of the brain is one of the areas that works at full strength during the teenage years, whereas the part that helps people decide if something is a good idea or not hasn't fully developed. To conclude our lesson, I would like you to discuss the following questions. 1. Have you ever done any research about another part of the human body? 2. What interesting facts did you learn through your research? Well, you can make use of these suggested answers if you want. Now, I think it is time to write 2 to 3 sentences about the way of learning new things during childhood. You should use good writing mechanisms. You can write your sentences in a piece of paper or in your notebook. Then you can discuss them with your teacher. I hope you have enjoyed the lesson. Thank you for watching the video. Till we meet again, goodbye.